Has signed into law an immunity bill to protect IVF providers and patients from criminal charges and civil liability. Is the recent Alabama State Supreme Court that called frozen embryos children no longer an issue? That ruling? Well, maybe not, according to legal experts. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane live and local on this story for us. Lisa, the big question tonight is what happens next?
Well, that's a great question, and right now we just don't know. But we do know the immunity bill did not answer the question of legally when does life begin and therefore deserve protection. One law professor told me that we should expect more legal issues to come.
I think it caught a lot of us off guard. None of us saw this coming.
The Alabama Supreme Court's decision that a frozen embryo is a child was focused on one particular case, but as we know now, had far-reaching downstream effects. The state legislature dealt with some of those effects by passing an immunity bill, but that's probably not the end of this story.
They passed a new statute and said that overrides the older statute. Now, does that mean that the Alabama Supreme Court won't have the final word? We could go back and have a true thought through constitutional decision that would bind the hands of the legislature, but so far that's not exactly what's happened.
Associate Professor of Law Benjamin McMichael says the court's decision could impact UAB's uterine transplant program, and since some discarded embryos are used in medical research, that could also be affected.
A lot of people, myself included, would like to see a little bit more kind of thoughtful, broader regulation of IVF, including the American Society for Reproductive Medicine. They have ethical guidelines that I think that, I can't speak for them, but I think they would like to see kind of written into law, how we handle IVF in this country.
McMichael says the only way to ultimately clear up future issues is to amend the U.S. Constitution to decide legally when life begins. But he doesn't expect that to happen anytime soon.
I think this is going to be a state-by-state decision for the foreseeable future. I hope I'm wrong. I desperately hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
McMichael says undoubtedly this case will be analyzed and discussed in law school classes around the country in the future. Live in Birmingham, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.